A shop returned a repaired car to its owner. The customer drove out of the parking lot. Before they even reached the street, the airbag warning light came on. The shop called the insurance company. The insurance company guessed it probably needed a calibration. When I scanned that car, I found over 25 fault codes, 25, all of which needed to be diagnosed. And without a pre-scan, there was no way to know which codes existed before the repair and which ones were caused during it. Hey, welcome to Uncle Jim's Car Corner. I'm Uncle Jim, 40 years in the collision industry, owning and managing shops, now specializing in vehicle safety systems. Today we're talking about pre and post repair scans, what they are, why they matter, and what can go wrong when a shop skips them. Trust me, this one matters more than most people realize. Your car isn't just metal and wires anymore, it's a network of computers, monitoring your airbags, your brakes, your cameras, your sensors, constantly. A diagnostic scan reads all that data and creates a report. Before the repair starts, the pre-scan tells the shop three things: what was already broken or not functioning before anyone touched the car, what can be related to the damage and what isn't, and what the car's electrical starting point looks like. So there's a clear record. Without that pre-scan, the shop has no baseline, no documentation of what was wrong before they started. And when something shows up later, and it will, nobody can prove when it happened or who's responsible. A customer had collision repairs done at another facility. That shop never performed a pre-scan, even though it's typically required after an accident. The customer picked up the car, drove out of the parking lot, and before they even reached the street, the airbag warning light came on. The shop called the insurance company. The insurance company told them it probably needed a calibration. Not sure how the insurance company would know this, but okay. They were guessing. The shop came to me. I performed a diagnostic scan and report, which they now had to pay for, even though their insurance technically covered it. Still their money, their time, their stress. The scan came back with over 25 fault codes, 25, all of which needed to be diagnosed. Here's the problem. Without a pre-scan, there is no way to know which codes existed before the repair and which ones were caused during the repair process. No way to know. The actual cause of the airbag warning light, the car needed a driver's side seat airbag, a safety system component. That diagnosis had nothing to do with guessing. Now the customer was waiting, again, for insurance authorization, for parts, for installation. The real cost wasn't the repair. The real cost was time. Days without their car because one required step was simply not performed. In my experience, if a repair has absolutely zero electrical connection, a wiper blade, a door handle, a scan may not be required. But let's be clear, that's probably less than 1% of all repairs. If the shop is touching anything with a wire, a plug, a sensor, or a computer, or disconnecting the battery, which should happen before any collision repair is started, a pre- and post-repair scan is typically necessary. Full stop. After the work is done, the post scan tells you three things. No fault codes related to the repair were left unaddressed. No new codes were created during the repair process. And safety systems, airbags, cameras, radar sensors are functioning as intended. Without that post scan, you're relying on the shop's word that all systems are functioning as the manufacturer intended. With the number of computer systems on a modern vehicle, there is simply no way to confirm everything is working correctly without a completed scanning process. This isn't just about your safety, it's about your passengers and every other person sharing the road with you. Before you authorize any repair, ask the shop one question. Will you perform pre- and post-repair scans and provide me with the reports and an explanation of any fault codes found? A qualified shop will say yes without hesitation. If they tell you scans aren't necessary or they try to dismiss the conversation, that's your signal. Find a shop that follows manufacturer procedures. Your safety is worth it. Pre- and post-repair scans aren't an upsell. They're not optional extras. They're the documentation that protects you and confirms the shop did their job correctly. Don't let anyone skip that step.